Hello everybody, and welcome to Ancient Architects. Please subscribe now to get the latest ancient history news and independent research from around the world. I've taken a short break from ancient Egypt to present to you a little known wonder of the southern hemisphere known as the SplitApple Rock. Located on the northern coastline of New Zealand's South Island, this geological wonder got its name from its appearance of a giant apple sliced in two. But although we are told that this is a natural geological wonder, this curiosity has certainly been positioned and also arguably cut by humans. And thanks to the incredible work of Martin Doutre, there is strong evidence to believe that it actually served an important astronomical and calendrical function. This video is a condensed form of a fantastic article recently published on Graham Hancock's website. So, after watching this video, I'd urge you all to click the link in the description to find out more. You can also order Martin's book titled Ancient Celtic New Zealand, also linked below. So, what exactly is the SplitApple Rock? Well, it's a 238-ton giant boulder of rounded granite. It sits on a pile of boulders, also made of hard igneous rocks, which is one reason to believe that this is not a natural wonder, because this and the boulders beneath are all of a different rock type from those in the surrounding area. This huge split boulder and the rocks it sits on were clearly brought to this location. The pile of boulders also creates a small man-made island off the coast, isolating the boulder from the mainland, making it even more tantalising and enigmatic. It was placed there for a reason. To the untrained eye, it truly is an out-of-place artefact, and there is nothing similar in the region. It really is a one-of-a-kind, and displays what looks like a perfect straight slice right through its centre. Yet the boulder always remains in the same open position, as there appears to be boulders locking its position, to underpin and stabilise the rocks so the two halves don't move. The split within the rock therefore retains a V shape that points accurately at the vertical lower edge of the sea cliff 330 feet away, at an angle approaching 59.5 to 60 degrees azimuth. From a viewing position on the beach, by aligning the SplitApple Rock with the vertical edge of the cliff, it marks the position of first glint of sunrise on the winter solstice. The sun then climbs the edge of the cliff and then up into the sky, a visual treat for those observing this ancient sacred day. Also, according to the author, when observing from the beach, the sea horizon conjuncts perfectly with the base of the V of the SplitApple Rock, and furthermore, the first glint of sunlight occurs low inside the V. But the amazing astronomical connections don't end there. Moving west along the beach, and lining up the SplitApple V with a specific mountain range in the distance, marks sunrise on the equinoxes. Due to the viewing angle, the V in the rock is now smaller, but that actually aligns the bottom of the V with the very top of the mountain ranges. You can now see the sunrise over the 1,800 foot mountains, which shines perfectly through the SplitApple Rock. The summer solstice is less spectacular, as the V is almost closed up as you move further around the beach. But the small part of the V that does remain does mark the sun from the extreme northern position of the shoreline. As Martin Doutre says, on this line of sight there is a flat area just above the beach, like a wide assembly area, where he imagines the ancient people would have gathered for a summer solstice festival or celebration. Thankfully, modern day people have not worked this area, so it does remain well preserved. Doutre assumes that sightline boulders would have been placed along the beach to mark the places where people gathered on the two solstices and equinoxes, but these are likely long gone because of centuries of storms and surging seas. Saying that, and there is an incised boulder on an ancient track near the summer solstice assembly area. So, where did the granite come from? Apparently the nearest source is Adele Island, 3 miles away across the water to the north-northeast. But of course, transporting a 238-ton boulder across the water would have been an extremely difficult feat. Another possible location is Tonga Island, 10 miles further around the coast. There are other large bulbous boulders at this location, and therefore this seems to be its most likely origin. With everything discovered by Doutre, which I presented in this video, this is surely an archaeological anomaly and not a natural geological wonder. The rock was brought to this location, and although geologists say the split is a natural joint in the rock, it could have been purposefully cut in two. The rock hasn't been analysed in any great detail, but it is surely an important part of the story of ancient New Zealand. Close by there was an ancient settlement found to be of a people that predated the Maori's arrival in New Zealand. This boulder could be a truly ancient pre-Maori artefact. I don't know about you, but this split apple looks more like an egg, and we know that eggs were sun symbols for various ancient cultures around the world. The sun rising through the V of the egg gives the visual impression of the sun hatching from the egg. Interestingly, as Doutre points out in his article, the people of the ancient settlement close by hunted the now extinct moa bird. These people were also buried with a moa egg and wore necklaces made from moa bones. The split apple could therefore be a large representation of a moa egg, which may have been symbolic of the sun and was therefore sacred to these long forgotten people. The SplitApple Rock is truly a one-of-a-kind ancient wonder, a little-known object that we really should know more about. Placing this rock was an incredibly difficult feat of engineering, and due to the solar alignments, it must have originated from a little-known people from a time that history has forgot. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Ancient Architects. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, please like the video, and please leave a comment below. Thank you very much.